Hey,
Ah,
reviews.
back up in here, yo.
Bam, we just got back from watching
Us?
Us.
Watching us. Wait, there's another me over there? No, we're good.
Nope,
Okay.
nope. All right, so second film by Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele.
Peele. Lots of people are fans of Get Out.
Yes,
Lots of anticipation for Us.
I had,
Lots of anticipation.
as a horror fan, I had huge anticipation for this.
Lots. A lot to live up to. I know the burning question.
Does
it live up to the hype?
Does it? It wasn't Get Out.
We'll discuss in full detail in how does it end, but we're not going to do that right now. We're going to go over the basics. What does this film do well, Ian?
I mean, it's telling a story. I mean, it tells the story in terms of what's going on and how the family and the other family shows up and things like that. So it does a good job of that. It's just there's some twist that you kind of want or see. It doesn't fulfill that.
Aha. So overall acting in the film, I'm going to say was actually pretty good.
Yes.
Especially considering the genre.
Yeah.
I mean, very exceptional considering the genre. Done really well. It is kind of, I don't know what it is, but I mean, I'll talk about this later in the spoilers. But I feel like, as actors go, they had decent chemistry for a family,
Yes.
like a film, like a movie family, right?
Yeah.
Pretty decent chemistry. Winston Duke's dad role, he is pretty
awesome.
hilarious.
Which I guess in the casting they were worried about him being a dad and
Yeah.
having him come off instead of being Umbaku, and that's why he almost didn't get the role. But
Okay.
but he did a good job with it. He killed it though.
Yeah. He graduated from Harvard. Or no, Howard. My bad. Howard. So he has a funny role in the film, in my personal opinion. Still, which is interesting because it is kind of. I don't think this is really a horror film, in my opinion. In my personal opinion, I know it has a label. It fits in that genre.
It's kind of like a psychological horror.
Yes.
That's what's kind of weird. It's not the full jump scare horror. It's more in the psychological version. Kind of how Get Out was still sort of in psychological horror.
I will say minimal jump scares in this one. Probably, which I was actually kind of surprised. I thought there was going to be maybe a little bit more considering like the hype from the trailers, but minimal jump scares.
Yeah.
Overall plot.
Overall plot was good for most part. There are some holes. There are some holes as you start thinking about the plot. Like, okay, I kind of wanted more, but I can kind of see through the plot holes. I get where you're going. It's just it's not satisfying. You're not satisfied with the full.
Predictable.
Kind of, yes. Like it's kind of predictable.
Smidge, right?
Yeah, it's kind of predictable. More so, Get Out. You're kind of like, what the hell?
If you've seen a ton of horror movies and a ton of movies that have twists, it will be. I will say, I think it'll be split. I think some people will kind of guess what will happen in this film, and then some people will kind of be like,
They do foreshadow it a little bit throughout the movie.
And I think that's on purpose.
Yes, like it purposely foreshadows kind of what, kind of leading you toward this idea so you can sort of see it when it happens.
It slowly but surely leaves breadcrumbs, if you will, into where it wants you to think. And some people are going to go 100%, they're going to go down the rabbit hole, so to speak.
Yeah.
And they are going to follow that white rabbit. And they're going to be like, oh, snaps, when the twist ends. There's 3 different couples around where I was sitting, and not a single one knew what was going on at the end. They're like, oh my gosh. So, like I said, I think 50-50. So, not saying it's bad.
No.
Good overall. What are you going to give this one, Ian?
Overall, I was entertained. I mean, there's parts of the movie where I'm sitting there just like, okay, what's going on next? I was engaged in the movie, which for me is always a good thing. So I'm gonna give it a 4.
4.
4 out of 5. Yeah.
We've been scoring pretty low lately, so 4 is pretty good. So 4 out of 5.
Yes.
Must see in the theater.
Yeah. For me, I'm a horror person, so that's kind of like my genre, and I enjoy it. So for me, it's a must see. I was basically on the edge of my seat for most part. I was like, okay, what's gonna happen here? All right, let's go. And I like that. So
Okay.
I was enjoying it.
Me, as not being that much of a horror fan, surprisingly, once things got rolling, I enjoyed this film a lot. Personally, think Get Out was better, but because there are some different tones overall, I'm gonna go ahead and agree with Ian. I'm gonna say if you're not a horror fan at all whatsoever, maybe a 3.5, but overall 4. So I would say yes, go check this out in the theater.
Yeah.
This would be a good film to watch with friends. Just kind of going in a group or solo. Either way, you're gonna have a good time, I think, with this film. It does draw you in.
Yes,
There are good suspense elements of this. It does make you think. Me personally, I love a film that makes you actually think instead of just sitting there like, switch off, right?
Yeah.
This one, I was like, oh,
Like, what's this? What's happening on here? Why do they keep showing this? And what's going on?
Realistically, there are things in this film that if you're looking at the names of stuff, it places where the film starts, like from the movies that are on the shelf, to the music playing in the background. He does a very good. Jordan Peele does a good job, written, produced, and directed this time.
Yeah.
So he did a very good job of really ensnaring you to focus on every little thing that's going on in the film, and I think that shows throughout. Would you agree?
Yes. All the way through, you can see his touches and those little nuances on everything that you go on through the movie. And you're like, okay, that's a nice touch. And I was like, I keep liking that. Just keep doing what you're doing, Jordan.
We approve. All right, so like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for the continued support and love our channel gets. We appreciate every single new subscriber, every watch, and like we said before, positive or negative, you still watching, baby.
Still watching. Leave a comment. Leave a comment.
And we'll see you on the how does it end?
How does it end?
Peace.